Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. Happy Friday, it's October 24th. Why does Snoop Dogg always carry an umbrella? Faux drizzle. That's an oldie but goodie. All right. I'd like to thank a bunch of new members who, not new members, a bunch of existing members who started a new month. We have Brit Blue 7, a super supporter starting a new month. Also, Cindy Hobbs, super supporter starting a new month. Thank you so much for your super support. Thank you to Anna K, Magic Madness, Veronicap, and Norway Thor, all for starting a new video early access month. Thank you, everybody, for your support. It really does help a lot. All right. Well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Baywatch Highlight Rainbow Herring. Okay, they've learned the term. I don't know if I can take credit for inventing it, but yeah, I feel like I pushed that term quite a bit. Anyway, that's... Do they watch me? All right. Prime Sunset Bold Peacock, Cootie, Heyday, Kaleidoscope, Underline. I think if you sat me down in an empty room with a pencil and paper and said, spell kaleidoscope, I would never finish. I would never be able to do it. All right. Zenith, Kingpin, Strike Through, and Pinnacle. I mean, Pinnacle, Heyday, they feel like, you know, the Zenith, they feel like the best, the right before the fall. I don't know. What would be the, not Kingpin. Kingpin's a leader. It's not the same concept. The Highlight, maybe? Prime. Okay. I am wearing purple, so we're just going to pull out our pen. It just helps you visualize what I'm seeing here. So I think that because this is synonyms and it's nouns, it's probably yellow. So we're just going to immediately circle this as yellow. And this is just like the best of times. Anyway, Baywatch, the TV show. What are we doing with that? I'm not sure. Peacock is a streaming service. It is also a bird. Underline. Underline and strike through and bold are just like highlight. These are just text settings. That could even be yellow, but I already circled something yellow, so we're going to circle that green. That feels even more straightforward than synonyms. Like sometimes they do that. It's hard to know what they're going to color it, but we're going to try for reverse rainbow. Let's see. So that leaves these ones. Like a kaleidoscope and a rainbow and a peacock and a sunset just have really nice coloring, like color gradients. That would leave Baywatch, Cootie, Kingpin, and Herring. Ooh. The only thing, Cootie, is like, that's like the playground like word for like, oh, girls have cooties. I don't know what else it would mean. I mean, it could be cookie with the K changed to a T. Like purple's been known to do weird stuff like that, but I don't really see how that would be true today. Kingpin, Herring. It'd be fun if it was red blank, but it doesn't seem to be. I mean, I think it's a category and it's probably purple. I'm going to mark this blue. Although I don't know if it matters. I'll do it just so I don't accidentally click something wrong. This is what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking this is purple. I don't know why it's purple, though. Like, I don't know why they're a category. Cootie, Baywatch, Herring, Kingpin. Could we be using just like part of the words? Like bay or watch. Oh, watch, ring, tie, and pin. So ending with like accessories. Okay. That wasn't so bad, actually. Purple, kind of purpling today. It is purple for sure. All right. Let's see. I think the circle, I just have to clear out these 2 circles here. Anyway, peacock, kaleidoscope, sunset, and rainbow are just like colorful things, and I'm hoping that's blue. It's going to be hard to tell. Things known for, yeah, okay, so let's just clear this out now. Things known for being colorful things. Wow, I even said colorful things. All right. So now the question is, are the synonyms green or is the font stuff green? I'm going to go with, usually I would put synonyms as yellow, but I really feel like this is like one of those straightforward enough things that they could have made it yellow. So we're going to go with this because these are a little bit more obscure words too for the top of whatever, the best years. Yeah, I said something like that earlier. But that was yellow. Okay, I should have gone with my instinct to synonyms were yellow. All right, things you can do to text. I mean, it really could have gone either way on these two, but every time I think, hey, okay, synonyms are yellow, I'm going to lock it in as yellow, that ends up green. And every time I say synonyms are yellow, usually yellow, but this one seems easier, it ends up being the synonyms are yellow. So anyway, almost reverse rainbow. Really cool that they included rainbow herring here. So they seem to have embraced that concept. What's interesting is I do not think that this puzzle had a rainbow herring, but let me know if you found one. I guess I should explain, for those who don't know, a rainbow herring is when they include what could easily be a category. And usually it's a very easy to see category. And usually they try to place it in a way that you will see it first. But actually, it's not a category, and each word is one of each color. So one will be in the yellow category, one's in green, one's in blue, one's in purple. So a red herring is when something is included to try to trap you that isn't correct. And so a rainbow herring is a red herring that includes one of each color. Anyway. Difficulty? I don't know. Like, I don't think it's hard. I think I'm going to give it 2 out of 5, and I think we have an 85% solve rate. Got a nice sunset. We're watching the sunset. That's nice. This looks like a search box, like for a browser or something. 2.5. Okay, so they made it significantly harder than what I said. I said 2. 78% is a little bit lower than 85, but they're still calling it 1 out of 5. Third of people making no mistakes at all. I'm included in that group. 1 in 198. So yeah, that's pretty typical for failed reverse rainbow, I guess, for purple first in general. All right. So obviously it took me a bit to see this one. I found all the other categories first, and then I locked in purple first, but that was the goal. I want to fully solve the puzzle before I lock anything in when I wear purple. All right. People are getting green. I told you green was more straightforward than yellow. Second, very evens out. Ever. People who lost, I don't know, it's kind of a gradient, isn't it? Which is appropriate for this puzzle. 6% got nothing, 4% got only green. Blue and green is 5%, actually. And then green and yellow is 2% plus some smaller amount. 2% getting only blue. So there's a nice mix. Just people who lost aren't getting purple, generally. I mean, there are obviously some, but... All right. What are people trying? They're trying Kingpin with the Apex category. They're trying Highlight with the yellow. So yeah, there's a bit of a one-away stuff with yellow, but Highlight and Kingpin did not feel like they belonged in the category to me. But I could see justifying at least Highlight, maybe not Kingpin. Rainbow herring, peacock, kaleidoscope. What are we trying to do there? Colorful things? Yeah, just thinking a herring might be colorful. Red themed. Baywatch, rainbow, herring, kingpin. I don't know. Anyway, what are people guessing first? Green, yellow, blue, and then trying to put highlight in with various yellows. Makes a lot of sense to me. Purple first is after all of those mistakes. Alrighty. Well, how'd you do? Let's do pips for Friday, October 24th. We'll start with easy. All right. 3 equals. So we need a double equal. That's going to be the blank blank or the 2-2. I'm thinking 2-2 because we have a less than 2 up here. And so then the 2 blank would go in here. And then we could do the... how are we adding to 5? I think 2-3 is the only way to add to 5. So I may need to actually do the blank blank here. And then less than 2, though. I need a blank... Okay. So I was thinking blank 2 like this. Okay, yeah, and blank 1 up. That works. And then the 3-2 down, 3-1 down, and then this 2-2 goes in the 4. Okay. I think I had it, and then I kind of like second guessed myself a little bit. But putting the 2s in here wasted a bunch of time. Let's do the medium pips. Greater than 10, that's going to be a 5-6 or a 6-6. I don't know which way there's no obvious in for which way the dominoes are placed. So we might want to think about, is there a domino that adds to 4? So there is not a domino that adds to 4. It'd have to be 1-3 or 2-2 or blank 4. And we don't have any of those. So that means that just to visualize here, we're going to have a domino here. We're going to have a domino here. We're going to have a domino here. And we're going to have a domino here. Obviously, those aren't the correct dominoes, but this is the placement. And so now this is going to be a domino here, here, and here. So there's a I'm not going to place it because it's going to say I'm wrong, but there's a forced domino orientation all around. So that's good to know. Let's see if we can try to remember that. Sometimes just figuring that out is nice. So this across here is something with less than 4, which is hinting that it might be the 3. So there's only a single 3. And these two are a domino as well. No. What was it? It was here, here, here. So these are not a domino. So equal to 4. I need a 1 and a 1 or a blank and a 2. The problem with using a 1 in this domino is I have 1 blank and 1 2. Neither of which can go in a 9. And we know that it has to be a vertical orientation like this. So this domino is not the 2 3. Okay, so then so what can we pull down into here? That's still going to not exceed our 4. It could be as high as 3, but the 3 2 doesn't make any sense. But we could do the 2 3 like this, or we could do the 2 6 even. I don't know how many of the 6s are used by these. Probably not that many. So what if we did a 2 6 like this? Then this is 1 and this is 1. 1 with less than 4 is going to be easy. Either of those ones work. But then I think I want the 1 2 going in here. So maybe this is the 1 blank. Now this has to be the 3. Oh, greater than 10 though. This has to be 5 6 or 6 6. So maybe the 2 3 goes here. And then, the 6 6 goes down. And then the 6 2 goes in here. And then the 2 5 goes up. This needs a 3. Is this salvageable? I could do 6 5 here, but I don't know how much that helps. Certainly don't want this to be the 6 6. What can be the 6 6? I think that might be the most important question of this puzzle. Which of these dominoes can be replaced with a 6 6? Not this one. This one can be. So maybe this is the only place 6 6 can go. This certainly can't be. That can't be. Putting a 6 in the 10 cage means that the other two add to 4. But no, this can't be the 6 6 because we'll put a 6 in the 4 cage. So yeah, actually, the only other place 6 6 could go would be here. But this wouldn't add to 10. This has to be a 2. I have this 2 3, and I have a 2 5. Is there some... What if I build off of this a little bit? So... What if this 2 3 was here? This would need to be a 1. This can't be the 2 5. And so now this is used. So this 1 blank... I can't put a blank in it greater than 10. I would need a 1 attached to something big, and I don't have that. This domino, if this was a 1, this would have to be huge. There's 5 or 6, and I don't have that. So this can't be the 3, so that's not right. It's certainly not the 5. Could it be this 2 1 here somehow? But then this would also be a 2. So the other option is to do 3 and 1. Or this could be 6 5, and 5 could go in here, and these would add to 5. Let me exhaust this 6 6 first. So 2 1 here forces the 3 2 actually, and that doesn't work either. So wait, why would I want that to be 1? I want it to be a 2 then. I think the only option is we don't have a 4 pip, so the only option is 2 2. So if this was 1, then this would be the 3, 2. This would be the 2, 5. This would be 6, 5. Oh, this is not oriented right. I think I just didn't put it back in to the right spot. This, we don't have a 4 here. 4 doesn't exist. We can't put a 5 in the 9 cage. So maybe I need to do, maybe this does need to be 6, 5, or 5. Maybe this does need to be like this. That might work, and then 6, 6 would allow us to do a 3 here. But didn't I need this to be the 3? Oh no. Wow, this medium is really kicking my butt. If this is the 6, 6, I need this to be a 3. This is the only 3. So this would be forced. And now this has to be a 1. So this would have to be the 1, 2. And I'd be putting this wouldn't add to 10. Okay, I'm gonna remove everything. I need a better in. We know this is a vertical domino. So this uses a 5 or a 6. Both of these use a 5 or a 6. So that's 3 of our 5, 6s used. If this didn't use a 5 or a 6, then our only option, the biggest we could do is, actually we don't have a 4. So yeah, this definitely uses also a 5, 6. So this domino involves a 5, 6. This domino involves a 5, 6. This domino involves a 5, 6. And possibly this one as well. So would it make sense to do like a 5, 2 this way? This would be 4 though. No, I can't put a 5 in the 9. I have to put a 6 in the 9. So the only option then is this 6, 2. I think this is a forced start. Because I can't put a 5 in the 9 because I don't have a 4 at all. So my only option is 6, 3, actually. And so, no. Wait, I can't do 5, 4. I can't do, how am I doing 9? I got confused. Hold on. Okay, so then this is the 6. This is 6, 6 or 6, 5. I don't know which one. But this is a 6, meaning the 3, 2 goes up. Okay. This 3, 2 is forced. 100%. Now this domino needs to involve a 1 into a less than 4. We don't really care which one goes in that. This involves a 1 into the 10. I think it might be too much to ask for these to add to 9. Let's see if we can work off of this. This is another one of the big ones, but it goes into a 4. So it's either 6, 2 or 5, 2. I guess I could try the 6, 2. I don't know which one to do. But then this is the other 2 with a 1 there. So now, what can this be? It could be the 2, 5, and 1 blank like this. But this would need a 4. No, that would force a 4. Would putting the 5, 2 here help at all? We can't do 6 plus 3. We can't do 5 plus 3. We can't do... I mean, that would force this to be 2, 6. That's 7. This would need to be a 3. So what wasn't actually forced here? We know this is going to be a 6, right? Let me explain this again just to make sure my logic is right. Holy cow, this medium's taking a while. All right. I haven't even gotten to the hard yet. The 9 cage has a 6 in it. I'm just going over everything because I want to make sure my logic is sound. The 9 cage has a 6 in it because if it didn't, it would have to be 4 or 5 and we don't have a 4. So it has a 6 in it. It has a 3 in it. So we're not putting this is the easy way to do it. We're not putting the 3 here because then we're putting a 2 in a greater than 10, which breaks it. So the 3 goes here. This is the first forced domino, 100% forced. Now this is forced to be a 6 with a 5 or a 6. So this is the 6, 5 or the 6, 6. We don't know which one yet. But this is also a 5 or a 6 going into something that's going to add to 4. So I have 5, 2 and I have 6, 2. So we know that this is going to be a 2. We don't know if it's going to be the 5 or the 6 here, the 5 or the 6 here. This is going to be a 6, but we know that this is a 2. Which means this is a 2, into the 10, which is going to bring in a 5 or a 6 or a 1. So we're kind of branching out. But we know this is a 2. So this is a 2 as well. I don't know if I want a placeholder because I ran into a wall last time I did that. Now these two are both 1s. These use both the 1s. Okay, so then we can't make this the 2, 1. This has to be the 2, 5 or the 2, 6. So I'm gonna stick a 2, 5 here, and we know we can always swap it for a 6 without too much trouble. So with a 5 here, these two need to add to 5. So we have a greater than 4, a 5 or a 6 with something that helps add to 5. I am tempted to use the blink in here. I think this might work. This just did work. Okay. But blank in the 10 was a surprise. All right. Wow. 11 minutes for the medium. I'm going to try to cut that as best I can, but it's going to be a long one. All right. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the hard pips for Friday, October 24th. Ooh, it's big. All right. We know this is a double domino. How many doubles do we have? We also know this is double blank, so we might as well just stick the double blank in there. Maybe I can fix my scroll a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Okay. This blank blank is for... Oh, no, it's not forced. I didn't see it right because maybe I was scrolled weird, or maybe I just wasn't seeing it right. This doesn't have to be the blank blank. Sorry. We know this is forced. We'll build up from that. This is a double. So we know we have a blank blank. We also have a 3, 3. And it looks like that's it. So this is either 3, 3 or blank blank. I know I need 2 blanks up here, but we have lots of blanks to work with. Okay, well, if this was 3, 3, this is also a 3. How many 3s do I have left? I have a 3, 1. I have a 3 blank and a 3, 2. Oh boy. So the only thing I can really learn from this is, here, let me use the 3 blank just to fill something in, is that I know that the dominoes have to build this way. But it's really not forced here. This is a blank. This is a 1. This is a 1. Oh boy. This is 2 6s. We don't have a double 6, so we have to do the 1 down to a 6 here. So this uses the 1, 6. There is 1. Good. Now, is there a 6 blank? There is. We could put a 6 blank here. Is there a 6, 4? Yes. So we could do a 6, 4 this way. But is there a blank 5? I'm going to get rid of these. Is there a blank 5? Yes, there is. So if I did 6, 4, I could put blank 5 here. Otherwise, I could do 6 blank here. There's options. There's a lot of options. What other ones do I have? This is a big equal cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I should think about what I have 5 of. I just got to go one at a time. I definitely have 5 blanks, although I have to count other blanks that are needed. So I have to subtract at least 3 blanks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. If it was blanks, we don't get blanks anywhere else, which is actually kind of neat to know. This is a 12. This uses both 2 6s as well. How many 6s do I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, all of our 6s are used in this 12 and this 12. I don't know which way it goes. What 6s do I have left? I have a 6 blank. Which would make a whole lot of sense to put the 6 blank here and have these be blanks. And that would mean I have 6 going up just as a throwaway. But that would mean I need the 6, 4 to do this because I used the 6 blank for this. We'll see if this is right or not. Sometimes you just have to vibe it and check. Often you do. Now this would be the other 6. This is the 6, 5. So that's just filled. The 6, 5 could have gone down here. There's so many options. I don't know how we're going to narrow this down correctly. But if we think these are all blanks, this has to be 1 blank. So we can do some forced blanks here. We do have a blank blank we can use. Do we have a blank 4? Yeah, we do. So if this was blank 4, now we have to, well, I guess we could use the blank 2 and the blank 5. And that would mean, did I count wrong? Oh no, I have, oh, but this needs to be the blank 5, sorry. That's the blank 5, and so now this has to be the blank blank, because now I don't have another blank. I mean, they never repeat a domino. So this has to be 2-5 then. Do we have a 2-5? Unfortunately, we do not have a 2-5. So another option would be 6-5. Sorry, not like that. 6-5 like this. And then the 6. Oh, I think I have to use all my blanks in the blank spots though, don't I? The blank spots. That's what we're calling them now. If this isn't the blank blank, we have a blank down coming here. And then we have a down here, and then we have an across here. Which means this, did we have a 5-2 anywhere? 4-2. We don't have a 5-2 down here. Did I place a 5-2 somewhere that I might have forgotten about? I don't see it. So this is never like this. We can't do 5-2 like this. So I feel like maybe there's a way to salvage blank 5 there and then blank 2 like this. Blank blank in here. No, we can't do blank. I can't do the blank blank like that. All right, that would mean that this 6-4 doesn't work. We need to use the 6 blank down, which is where? Here. And then this could be 4 blank. Do I have a 4 blank? I do, but that's this vertical one. So this would have to be 4-5. Tell me I have a 4-5. I do. Okay. I can't put the blank 3 into a 2 cage. We have a domino here, and a domino here or here. I don't have a blank 6 to go this way, and I don't have a blank small to go this way, because the blank blank, if I use the blank blank here, I don't have enough blanks up there. I'm just going to say blank. Should I call them zeros? I don't know. I like blank. Have I ruled out the possibility of this being 5 blanks? Do I have 5 of something else? Like, I just kind of assumed it would be blanks, but it seemed to work. Something's weird, though. I have this blank 1, but that would be forced, I think. What if I just pull out these blanks and see what my other options? I like the 5. I like the 5 and the 2. Is there a 4-1 that goes across here? There could be. This puzzle has so many options. That forces blank blank here. And then I'm down to blank 1. Now the blank 1's available here. And then I've got like a blank 3 I can put here and a blank 4, or these could be swapped. And so now this would be 5 into something low, which is no good. So do we have 4 into something low? Yeah, we have 4-2. So this would be another 2. 2-3, I suppose. Doesn't matter. I think we might be doing it. This is the 3-3. This is the 3-1. That works. That's what I had originally, but I took it out because I wasn't sure. This is 5-6, and then this is 6-4. Okay. I did it. 7-11. All right. So a lot of my assumptions were correct. We needed 3s in here. These had to be blanks. I don't know why this scroll's weird. All right. All the 6s were used in here. Yeah. So I still feel like I vibed a little bit of that, but it does feel like that might have been the only solution. Or at least solutions are very similar to this. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Friday, October 24th. Let's play. Dove's soft call, maybe a coo. Write up on a book jacket. I don't know. The summary or something? 2-1, for example. For 1. 2-1 for 1. Like you're up 1, maybe? Cupid's weaponry along with 5 down. Cupid usually uses a bow and arrow. Okay, so this is arrow and this is bow. So what is this? 2-1? I don't know. Jennings of Jeopardy. Ken Jennings. WNBA star Caitlin Clark. Beyond Bizarre from the French. I can't think of that. What has a belt seen only at night? Orion. Supportive undergarment. A bra. A blurb is on the book jacket. And a ratio is 2-1. All right. I thought 2-1 was going to be a score, because he usually is. All right, and this is Ultra, Beyond Bizarre. Outer? Ultra? I'm not sure. All right, well, how'd you do? Let's do Strands. Today's theme is Through the Ages. Dust in the Wind. Dustin? Let's just try Dust. No. Stud. No. All right. What would be Through the Ages? The Byzantine era. I don't know. We have Benzo. Not accepted. All right. Not Ron. Oh, the Bronze Age. Bronze Age. Stone Age. Oh, these are literally the ages. Iron Age. How many ages are there? Renaissance? I don't know what's considered an age. Those are the big ones, right? Stone, bronze, iron. Am I modern age? Apparently not. The Scapri age. The Mapri age. What is this? Story age? Maybe story is our spanogram. History. History, okay. The crap age. The craps age. The Sparta age. Spartum. Spartma. I don't know if I know all these ages. Let's look around here. Doesn't really help me. Flare? Flare. Flares. Rind age. There's 3 ages hidden here. I don't know if I know all the ages. Spam age. I'm going to take a hint. The space age. Oh, okay. 60s. There's no modern here. Postmodern. If there's not modern, there's not postmodern. I don't know. I thought Renaissance might be an age, or middle age. Is there middle? No. The Tormea. Is there a TION? Formation age? Okay. Why would formation be here if it's not part of something? I'm going to highlight it. Oh my gosh, if it'll let me. There we go. Formation. Oh, we could also do formation here. So maybe not, because we could go ION to this end. I'm just going to take another hint. Holy moly. Lair in stud. Dustry. What the heck? Industrial. The industrial age. And the information age. That's why you can use the other N. Okay. You know, in retrospect, I know those ages. I know the space age, the industrial age, and the information age, but I just couldn't think of them. When you can't think of it, it makes it really hard to find the words. All right, well, how'd you do? All right, let's spin the members wheel, see what bonus game we're playing today. Looks like it's Bailed Clark's suggestion of Metazoa. Metazoa. All right, let's load it up. All right, so what we have to do is we have to figure out what animal we are. And as we guess animals, it fills out the tree of life based on where our target animal is and where our animal is and their most recent common ancestors. So why don't we just start with dog? Because why not? All right, so the common is Laraciatera. It's a superorder of placental mammals that groups together true insectivores, bats, carnivores. Okay, so most placental mammals. So some other placental mammal that's really far away from a dog. So maybe a non-predator, because I feel like carnivorous would be, dog would be in carnivorous. So I don't know. Let's try the anteater that's listed. All right, so we share Oh, anteaters aren't in Laristera. Oh. So that's an aardvark or something? No. What the heck is that? Fine, I'm going to do the rhino. Okay, so rhino just shares the same Laristeria. What about a horse? Okay, so we share parrot. Oh, no, that's shared with rhino. We do not share that. Okay. Shoot. All right, let's look at that porcupine. Oh, I don't have to click guess, apparently. Okay, so porcupines are up here. They aren't in. There's this picture. How about a bat? Fruit bat. Okay. Not any more related than already what we have. I have 13 guesses remaining. Should I get a hint? I'm not sure. I'm looking at this picture here. We've got maybe an elk. I don't know where these are. There we go. We're somewhat related to an elk. So we could be like a giraffe. Oh, what if we were an orca? That would be fun. Let's try orca. We are about as related to orcas as we are elks. I bet a hippo. I heard hippos are related to whales pretty closely. Yeah, they're too closely related to whales. Okay. Let's try that buffalo that's pictured. Okay, it's closer to elk than to us. I'm going to try that giraffe that's pictured. Nope. Giraffes are also somewhat related to elk, somewhat, or buffaloes more so. They're in the hoofed mammals with ruminant digestion. Okay. So we don't have, we aren't, what was it again? We aren't hoofed with ruminant digestion. Camel? Where are we? Okay. We don't share anything else with camel. So we're looking for an ungulate which bears weight equally on 2 of their 5 toes. I'm going to grab a hint. Suina. Okay, so we're some kind of pig. That was it. All right. Well, that gave it away. I didn't think of pig. They didn't picture any pigs along the way. All right. Well, that's it for this game. And that's it for this video. If you'd like to watch Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I made today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.